Happy Black History Month, everybody. It's been a couple of days since you've heard from me. Of course, I took the weekend off because I wasn't feeling well, but I'm so happy to be back. And so today is the first video that I am posting during Black History Month. So today is February 3rd. Happy Black History Month. And I thought it would be a lot of fun to actually take a look at the Sussex.com Black History Month post. So let's get started. Thank you for clicking on my video, and if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm so excited to bring you the latest update from Sussex.com, and it's their acknowledgement of Black History Month. So today, before we get into that, if you haven't already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget to share so more people can find us. Once again, this can be found directly on Sussex.com, or you can use the link in the description box below under sources. This update is titled Black History Month. At the Archewell Foundation, we celebrate the rich culture and contributions of those who have come before us throughout history. As we mark Black History Month, we encourage everyone to learn and reflect on the contributions of leaders, activists, and changemakers who have inspired progress. Taking the time to appreciate stories, art, history, and culture not only honors the communities that have built these spaces, but also contributes to our collective well-being. We as a team have compiled the below list of resources and spaces to engage with both this month and always. Now, before I go down the list, I just want to highlight one in particular because it's actually one of my personal favorites. It's the African American Museum in Dallas, Texas. It's in downtown Dallas, and it's actually one of my favorite spaces in Dallas. Now, I've gone here 1,000,001 times with my niece, Jayani. I used to take her when she was little, and we were looking for something to do. The museums in downtown Dallas are free, or at least the ones in Fair Park, are free to enter. And so I used to take her to all of them. The Women's Museum, the Hall of State, African American Museum. I actually got married at the Hall of State, which is just a couple of steps away from the African American Museum. But the African American Museum is one of the most amazing spaces in Dallas. It is like a hidden gem, and I always recommend going. Now, Dallas is home to a lot of museums and a lot of rich history, a lot of Black history, a lot of culture. So there's always something to do, to learn, to experience in Dallas alone. But the African American Museum in particular is just a very special space to me. And I always recommend taking some time to go, especially if you have children. They have a lot of different things, not just art, which is already amazing, but they also have these amazing videos that you can listen to, and it'll tell the story of the civil rights movement in Dallas specifically. They have a lot of amazing African artwork. They have a lot of amazing African American artwork and a lot of Black Texas artwork and a lot of Black Texas history here. I also got this amazing book. When I was leaving the African American Museum one time, they were selling this book of Black cowboys in Texas and the history of Black cowboys in Texas. And I got that maybe 15 years ago. And it's still to this day one of my most treasured books. It is amazing. So I loved that they included this, but I also just had to highlight it because to me in particular, this has been such a special place for me and my niece. And if you know, as an aunt, that is one of the most special things you can ever highlight for someone, is something that was special or intimate between you and a loved one. And my niece is obviously my favorite person in the whole wide world. And this is something that she and I used to do all the time when she was little. She is very, very intelligent. She's so smart, and she absorbs information like a freaking sponge. And I used to love when I would take her to the African American Museum in particular, and later she would like tell people facts that she learned. It used to just warm my heart. Also, side note, not related, but kind of, we also left here one time, the African American Museum in Dallas. We went with my mom and we were leaving, and they were having this like Jurassic event down the way in Fair Park. It was like a couple of steps away, and everyone was like, "Oh, are y'all going to the dinosaur event?" And we didn't even know about it. We just happened to be there for the African American Museum, and we went. I love dinosaurs, and we went and we had the time of our life. And to this day, that's one of my favorite memories with her, is like we went around dressed like T-Rexes and Velociraptors and had a blast. It's also when I discovered my wedding venue. So anyway, the African American Museum in Dallas is one of my favorite places. If you are in or are around Dallas ever, please take time to go. You will not regret it. But all of these spaces are very rich in history and culture and information, and I highly recommend. Thank you so much to Harry and Meghan for taking the time to compile this list, and thank you even more for making sure to include my favorite. I really appreciate that. Dallas doesn't get a whole lot of love sometimes. And so I really appreciate that Harry and Meghan have always made it a point to recognize Dallas. They also recognized the Genesis Women's Center as well at one point. They helped them rebuild their roof after a natural disaster. So thanks, Harry and Meghan, for always shouting out the home team. The first resource listed is the Kinsey Collection, and this is at the African American Art and History Museum. The Kinsey African American Art and History Collection and Foundation is one of the preeminent institutions dedicated to the research, interpretation, and presentation of the African American experience internationally. As a sought-after educational resource with nationwide institutional partnerships, kindergarten through college, the Kinsey Foundation assists academic and cultural institutions with increasing public awareness about African American history and culture. The Foundation's work is executed via the Kinsey African American Art and History Collection, a traveling exhibition that has been experienced by over 15 million people. The collection is composed of rare primary source historical objects and artifacts dating from 1595 to present day, and fine art created by canonically African American artists from 1865 and forward. So they have actually highlighted the Kinsey collection a couple of times, and we've talked about it here on the channel, but I appreciate them including them on the list and topping the list as well. This is amazing. Have you guys had an opportunity to see this? This is traveling, so it will likely come to an area near you or already has been. So if you have experienced this firsthand, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm so interested in hearing about your experience. Next, they highlighted CAM, which is the California African American Museum. Now, I've actually never been to this one, but I would love to go. Here's some of the exhibits that they have going on right now. Next, they highlighted Art and Practice, and that's at artandpractice.org. And here's some of the programs that they have going on right now. Next is the directory for the Association of African American Museums, and this can be found at blackmuseums.org. And they have the Black museums that are in each of the United States, but also outside of the United States as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. Next, they highlighted the MODE, which I loved. It's the Museum of the African American Diaspora, and this can be found at moadsf.org. I thought this was really cool because this includes the entire diaspora, not just Americans, not just people in the UK, but the entire world of the collective of Black people. So I thought that was really cool that they included them. Next is the African American Museum of Dallas, which I can personally vouch for. You can find the website at aamdallas.org. Now, again, I love this museum. I highly recommend, but I do want to read a little bit more about it for you guys. The African American Museum of Dallas is a beacon of culture, history, and art dedicated to preserving and celebrating the rich heritage of African Americans. Founded in 1974 by Dr. Harry Robinson Jr., the museum is the only institution of its kind in the southwestern United States. That's a shame too. There should be more. It houses one of the most extensive collections of African American art, artifacts, and historical archives, offering visitors an immersive journey through the contributions and experiences of African Americans. Located in the heart of Dallas, the museum serves as a vibrant hub for education, community engagement, and cultural enrichment through dynamic exhibitions, programs, and events that inspire and inform. Whether you're exploring the past or envisioning the future, the African American Museum of Dallas is where history and culture come to life. Also, I have to point this out. Somebody left me a comment and said, Sharion, since you've been back home in Texas, your voice has sounded really joyful. And I went back to find that that comment so I could screenshot it, and I couldn't find it. But thank you so much to whoever said that, because actually when you said that, I went back and listened to a couple of my videos and I can actually hear it. I have been having the time of my life since I have been back home. I have been around my family. I have come back to school, which I made the dean's list, y'all. So heck yeah. But I was so nervous about returning to school after all this time, y'all. I thought I was going to be one of the oldest students, and I'm not. I'm 37, and there are people who are much older than me. And my class, I think it's because I'm studying social work as well, but my class is actually very diverse in age, race, gender, and otherwise. Like, it is so cool. I go to UTA, University of Texas in Arlington, and I thought I was going to be one of the oldest, and I was a little nervous about like life experiences making me a little bit different than my colleagues, my fellow students, but also with group projects, because I have so much experience, because I've been working for so long, just because I've been alive longer than most of these kids have been alive. I just thought that there would be a lot of differences. And actually, I found that the student body is so freaking diverse that my experience is not only appreciated, but it's added to a lot of what I offer into our group project. So it's been really cool to return to school. I was so nervous, but not only to return and kind of kick those nerves in the butt, but also to make the dean's list. Oh my gosh, I've been super excited. I haven't had the chance to celebrate though, because I've had the flu, but I did get some Wingstop to celebrate. Don't fret. I did celebrate, but I didn't get to go out and celebrate. I ordered some Wingstops and stuffed my face. But anyway, I just had to share that being back in Dallas has offered me a lot of really, really joyful experiences. It's been amazing. And I'm happy to be here. Now, I'm not really sure when I plan to move to the West Coast, but I'm so happy to be here until that time. Now, when I move to the West Coast, y'all will probably hear me bouncing off the walls because I'll probably be very excited. But it has been really, really, really nice to be back in Texas. There is just nothing like coming home, nothing like plugging in. I'm pretty sure it's the same experience for everyone wherever they're from. But being that I'm from Texas, having an opportunity to return home was just what the doctor ordered. Maybe not because I got the flu, but other than that, it has been just what the doctor ordered. So thanks to whoever left me that comment. If it was you, please let me know, because I could not find it. I wanted to screenshot it and highlight it and thank you personally. But yeah, I noticed that too. So thank you so much. Next is the International African American Museum. Wow. Of course, this list would not be complete without the National Museum of African American History and Culture from the Smithsonian. The National Museum of African American History and Culture is a place where all Americans can learn about the richness and diversity of the African American experience, what it means to their lives, and how it helped us shape this nation. Harriet Tubman's hymnal, Nat Turner's Bible, A Plantation Cabin from South Carolina, Guard Tower from Angola Prison, Chuck Berry's Red Cadillac Convertible, and works by prolific artists such as Charles Alston, Elizabeth Catlett, Romare Bearden, and Henry O. Tanner. I need to go to this immediately. I cannot believe I have yet to go. Has anybody that watches this channel been? Let me know. What was your experience like? This is amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love this. I know that's right. Sorry, y'all. I done got distracted. Okay. So clearly I need to go so I can take my time. Next is Le Musée. I've actually never heard of this. It's a house museum honoring the legacy of New Orleans free people of color. Welcome Black Tourist Directory, the George and Leah McKenna Museum of African American Art. This is amazing. First of all, let me just say this though. New Orleans and just Louisiana in general, but specifically New Orleans is such an amazing hub of Black history, American history, Southern history, you name it. They have everything. I highly recommend that if you are ever blessed with the opportunity to visit New Orleans and eat some of their great food, please bring me a beignet, thanks. But if you're ever blessed to go to New Orleans or experience New Orleans, please take the time to learn about history while you're there. And trust me, you won't be able to get it through all of it. So just learn as much as you can with each visit. You will not be disappointed. It is such an amazing place. History is literally like sliding down the walls of New Orleans. Like, so much about Louisiana in general is just so beautifully Southern and so beautifully Black, but it carries so much of this nation's history. And it's such a shame that it isn't highlighted a lot more. But New Orleans is such an amazing place filled with such amazing people with so much beautiful history. I highly recommend, if you ever get a chance to go, don't just go to have fun, which please do, but don't just go to have fun. Please go to learn and experience New Orleans for all that it is. I just wanted to take a super short break to say, if you have not already, please don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you are interested, feel free to participate in the live chat going on now, or feel free to leave a comment if you do not wish to engage in the live chat. Once again, I know I do this all the time. I'm enjoying a channel, I'm enjoying the video, I'm just having a great time, and I completely forget to hit subscribe. So please don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to comment if you wish, and please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button so that the algorithm on YouTube knows that you like my content. Now, let's get back to the show. Once again, happy Black History Month, y'all. And not just to those of us who are Black, although if you are Black, happy Black History Month, fam. Ew. But African American history is American history. History is important because it is our history, and we should all know it, and we should all know all of it. We should not be relegated to just 1 month, although 1 month is great in order to highlight. But the fact of the matter is, our history should be included with all history that's taught year round. Let's have that conversation, but not today, because today we are too busy celebrating. So I hope you are having an amazing Black History Month. Mine got off to a great start. Congratulations, Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar. Y'all were killing it. And Doechii. It has been an amazing month so far, and we're only 3 days in. So I hope you guys are having a great month, and I hope you celebrate. And if you get a chance to visit any of the places on this amazing list that was given to us by Harry and Meghan and the amazing Archewell Foundation team, please let me know. And if you're in North Texas and get a chance to go to either the African American Museum or the Arlington Museum of Art and get a chance to see that Princess Diana exhibit, please let me know what your experience was like. You can email it to me at hellosharion@gmail.com, or you can feel free to call me and leave me a voicemail, and I will play those voicemails and read those emails at our next live stream next week. Yes, y'all, I will be back on camera, and we will be doing a live stream next week. I am so excited. I've just been so busy with school that like planning to be on camera has been crazy, because when I'm not making a video, I'm doing homework. Y'all, they got me doing a lot of homework when I tell you. And I exceeded the amount of hours that I could take at UTA. So I'm also taking another 3 hours at another school because I'm trying to finish as quickly as I can. So your girl been busy. So next week we will be having a live stream. I am so excited to talk to you guys and be on camera. And I will be giving more information about that soon to come. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you even more for supporting Patreon. Y'all have a new video exclusively that just went up this morning. I hope you enjoy, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.